Before starting the program, what was like the biggest thing you were struggling with prior to joining at that
The
time?
biggest thing for me was really just sticking to a consistent schedule. Definitely struggle for me to kind of find that balance between getting the energy and the motivation to do all this stuff and then also have to go into an office for, 3 days a week and also starting schools again as well. How do I fit that all into my schedule? And the program really helped me do that in a way that it didn't feel like it was, work, like it was just part of my routine.
I would say that was probably the biggest thing for you as well, because you obviously have your routine when it comes to work and school and all that stuff, but then trying to fit in another thing on top of that of like your health and fitness goals, right? It can be kind of overwhelming. So you think that the program kind of helped add a bit more kind of structure within your routine as well to kind of fit everything into your busy schedule?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the biggest things for me too was that the workouts just seemed so daunting. I'm not someone that enjoys physical activity. I never really liked how it felt, but I think doing the workouts, yes, you don't feel great doing it, but after you do it, you feel great. So I think just keeping on that mindset that while it is annoying to be sweating, at least for me, afterwards, it feels amazing. So I think that was, a big thing too, just kind of slowly easing into it instead of just doing I think the mistake I had made previous to joining your program was I was trying to do these hour-long workouts from the get-go. And I think starting with, as we progressed 6 sets, 6 reps or whatever for this set, and it was like a 15-30 minute workout, and then it gradually progressed and then slowed down again. I think that was very helpful. Because I felt like I had to do like an hour, 2 hour long workouts all the time to start seeing results.
No, that's why we also kind of like started with lower volume, and then as your body gets adjusted to that, going up in volume and intensity, right? But I think the biggest thing for you as well, I know we obviously talked about this prior, but it's kind of like you're not really wanting to actually go into the gym either. So like, do you think it was beneficial for you to actually start exercising in the comfort of your own home as opposed to having to commute to the gym back and forth as well? Do you think that was a big thing that kind of got you at least starting as well to just do those home workouts at the start?
Yeah, and I think it's also helped me get more confidence of going to a gym. I'm not really the type of person that likes to work out in front of people. I just find it weird. It just feels weird to me, but I think, doing the home workouts and being more confident in my body and my ability, I think will help me get to the gym next year and really start, being comfortable with that.
I know, especially at the start, it can be daunting to go from not ever going to the gym, especially for a lot of people who don't like exercising in front of people, going straight into the gym, super busy crowd, especially like Planet Fitness, like you mentioned. It's always busy, especially like during the January months coming up. But
Yeah.
then, yeah, just kind of like just taking one step at a time and just like, hey, let's just start with some body weight exercises in the comfort of your own home, nice and short workouts, and slowly we can ramp up. And now, obviously, you're adding dumbbells to your routine, which is awesome. And then, yeah, eventually, as your confidence increases, as your strength increases too, and as you feel comfortable doing these exercises, now you can actually almost like graduate towards going to a gym now, right? Which I think
Mhm.
is awesome. So it's kind of like small little steps at a time as opposed to taking one big leap, which can obviously be super intimidating for a lot of people. So before we kind of had our initial call back in January, what was something that you were maybe skeptical about regarding the program or how it would work with all nine coaching? Were you at all anything like that?
I think I was skeptical about just how it would work. It's in the past I'd had like in-person kind of personal trainer, years ago. I was kind of hesitant on an online program just because I didn't think I could get that same, attention. It felt like you gave everyone equal attention and to their needs. And I think that's what was really great about your program was that you didn't make it feel like you were thousands of miles away. You were there, you answered our questions. I think that was very, very helpful. And, we'd send in form videos and you'd help us with that. So I think it worked out and it wasn't at all that how I pictured.
Perfect. And do you think the community side of things also helped with that kind of sense of accountability? Or did you more so like the one-on-one approach of just being in the app, doing the check-ins together, and then obviously the communication too?
I'm pretty introverted, so I think the one-on-one was a little more beneficial to me. But, I think the community is great too because you can see people that are struggling with the same things that you are. And I think it really did help to keep everyone kind of motivated, posting pictures of the food, the workouts, I think that was all and accomplishments. I think that was all very motivating as well. So I think it was a benefit, but for me, I think it was more beneficial for the one-on-one.
What specifically were kind of like the results that, at least that you noticed? Obviously, the number on the scale changed, but what did you notice physically, mentally? What were the kind of like the biggest results for you?
At first, I thought it was going to be the scale would be the biggest result. And
Right.
while that was, significant, I think the biggest thing for me was just how much more energy I have, and how much better I'm sleeping. And it's just amazing to me how I'm sleeping through the night. I have energy. I can last, the whole day, without feeling tired. I think that was kind of the biggest impact on my life that it had. Not that it was terrible before. I think from just, and even just like a focus standpoint too, I think it was been very beneficial.
100%. And then physically, did you notice maybe some differences within your body as well in terms of maybe more muscle mass, less body fat?
Definitely noticed just more tone, I guess. Definitely noticed just from that first picture I look back just to now, I don't have that overhang on my belly. My posture is better. It definitely has made an impact in that area.
Obviously, given your lifestyle, you're busy both at work, at school as well, running errands all the time. So specifically, who would you recommend this program to?
Yeah, definitely busy professionals. I work full time. I'm getting my bachelor's degree. I own a house, so like there's always, an old house, so there's always things to fix and around the house. My parents are older. They always need help. There's a lot, I think, going on in my life, and I think this program definitely benefits anyone who thinks they don't have time to accomplish something, because I didn't think I had the time, but really when you get it into a schedule, you find that you do have the time. Yeah, so anyone who thinks that they don't have the time to do any of this, I would definitely recommend to your program.
Was there a specific thing that you maybe did not like about it?
It's kind of difficult because, it was all, such a great experience. I really don't know. I think there's at first I was like, okay, this guy seems overly motivated. It was kind of intimidating a little bit. I think as I progressed through the program, it was fine. My introverted self was very hesitant and, almost shy, to kind of start with someone I haven't met in person, and it was very difficult in that end for me, but you made it such a great experience, and I really can't think of anything that I would have changed.